Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery or Parthian Battery is a set of 3 artifacts which were found together: a ceramic pot, a tube of copper, and a rod of iron. It was discovered in modern Kujat Rabu, Iraq, close to the metropolis of Ctesiphon. Its origin and purpose remain unclear. It was hypothesized by some researchers that the object functioned as a galvanic cell, possibly used for electroplating or some kind of electrotherapy. But there is no electroplated object known from this period. An alternative explanation is that it functioned as a storage vessel for sacred scrolls. After the Second World War, Willard Gray demonstrated current production by a reconstruction of the inferred battery design when filled with grape juice. W. Jansen experimented with benzoquinone and vinegar in a cell and got satisfactory performance. In 1978, Arne Egebrecht reportedly reproduced the electroplating of gold onto a small statue. There are no direct, written or photographic records of this experiment. Dendera. The Dendera is a motif carved as a set of stone reliefs in the Hathor Temple at Dendera in Egypt, which superficially resemble modern electric lighting devices. A hypothesis suggests that the Dendera light depicts advanced electrical technology possessed by the ancient Egyptians. However, mainstream Egyptologists view the carvings as representing, instead, a typical set of symbolic images from Egyptian mythology. The view of Egyptologists is that the relief is a mythological depiction of a jade pillar and a lotus flower, spawning a snake within, representing aspects of Egyptian mythology. The jade pillar is a symbol of stability which is also interpreted as the backbone of the god Osiris. In the carvings, the 4 horizontal lines forming the capital of the jade are supplemented by human arms stretching out, as if the jade were a backbone. The arms hold up the snake within the lotus flower. The snakes coming from the lotus symbolize fertility, linked to the annual Nile flood. 2-billion-year-old nuclear reactor. A fossil natural nuclear fission reactor is a uranium deposit where self-sustaining nuclear chain reactions have occurred. This can be examined by analysis of isotope ratios. The conditions under which a natural nuclear reactor could exist had been predicted in 1956 by Pir Reis Map. The phenomenon was discovered in 1972 in Oclo, Gabon by French physicist Francis Perrin, under conditions very similar to what was predicted. Oclo is the only known location for this in the world and consists of 16 sites, at which self-sustaining nuclear fission reactions are thought to have taken place approximately 1.7 billion years ago, and produced for a few 100,000 years, averaging probably less than 100 kilowatts of thermal power during that time. Pir Reis Map. The Pir Reis Map is a world map, compiled in 1513, by the Ottoman admiral and cartography, Pir Reis. Approximately 1/3 of the map survives. It shows the western coasts of Europe and North Africa and the coast of Brazil with reasonable accuracy. Various Atlantic islands, including the Azores and Canary Islands, are depicted, as is the mythical island of Antillia and, possibly, Japan. But sourced from various earlier maps, is thought by some to depict Antarctica as it was in a very remote age, before it was covered with ice. A landmass is shown to jut out from the southern coastline of South America. Captain Lorenzo W. Burroughs, a U.S. Air Force captain in the cartographic section, wrote a letter to Dr. Charles Hapgood in 1961 saying that this landmass seems to accurately show Antarctica's coast as it is under the ice. Adams Bridge. Adams Bridge, also known as Rama's Bridge, or Rama Setu, is a chain of limestone shoals between Pamban Island, also known as Ramaswaram Island, off the southeastern coast of Tamil Nadu, India, and Mannar Island, off the northwestern coast of Sri Lanka. Geological evidence suggests that this bridge is a former land connection between India and Sri Lanka. The bridge was first mentioned in the ancient Indian Sanskrit epic Ramayana, 7th century BCE to 3rd century CE, written by Valmiki, wherein the god Rama had his Vanara army constructed to reach Lanka and rescue his wife Sita from the Rakshasa king, Ravana. The Western world first encountered, in which it is referred to as Set Banhai, or Bridge of the Sea. Some early Islamic sources refer to a mountain in Sri Lanka as Adam's Peak, where Adam supposedly fell to earth, and described Adam as crossing from Sri Lanka to India via the bridge, after his expulsion from the Garden of Eden, leading to the name of Adam's Bridge. The earliest map that calls this area by the name Adam's Bridge was prepared by a British cartographer in 1804. These are few of the ancient artifacts and structures built by our ancestors that makes us wonder, how were they able to achieve these incredible feats? And did they possess advanced technology than what we have today? Were they actually influenced by extraterrestrial forces? Who were they guided by, and what was their purpose? Will we ever find out?